Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with a weekly forecast for Cancer for the week beginning the 24th of 17. Now, just before I start the reading, can I just say that if anybody wants to book a personal reading with me, please go to my website. The link is below in the description. There's a booking system there. It tells you availability and it's all very, very easy. People have been emailing me, but it is actually easier to go to the website, and then that sorts everything out for you. Okay, so like I say, thank you to everybody who is watching these videos, and if you do want a personal reading, then it's very easy to. Okay? So this week, Cancer, it's going to be a funny old week for you. I feel that there could be, towards the beginning of the week, I feel that there could be sort of, I don't know if this is remembrance or sadness or something connected with either a relationship that you're in that is ending or a past relationship. Because what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing sort of a choice having to be made this week towards the beginning of the week. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday sort of thing. And I feel you feeling a little bit in the dark with this, not knowing which way to go. You know, there may even be something hidden from you that actually does eventually come out in come to light, sort of thing, because this is it. I'm feeling like you're a little bit in the dark this week, Cancer, and this is causing you to feel a little bit out of sorts. You know, I do feel that there's a link of sadness there as well. Like I say, this could be something coming out of the blue, or it could be something that has actually been sort of brewing for a while, you know, and it finally comes to a head this week. Definitely towards the beginning of the week, I see a little bit of this. So I see quite a troubled mind, you know, a lot of things going on in your mind, and you be thinking this way, that way, what do I do? So it's feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit lost, a little bit, what do I do here? What I feel is that you need to look at your security, and you need to look at areas where you feel secure. And if you don't feel secure within a relationship or something like that, then this is where I feel a line needs to be drawn, because this is it. It's like, you know, you having this sort of these dark clouds in your head is not good for you, okay? And this can then affect you doing other things, because if your mind's all filled with troubles here. So this week sees you trying to bring the balance back into yourself. So you might not be able to balance your external world, but you can balance your internal world, if that makes sense. And like I say, there's something that needs a line drawn. There's something that needs to end. You know, you need to say enough. I've had enough, and you know, I am enough. That's what it's saying here, because I don't feel you need to be in this headspace that you're actually in. Now, what I am seeing is I feel that there could be a little bit of self-sabotage here as well. It's like you know what you must do, but you keep going back. It's like you keep sticking your hand in the fire, so to speak. This is what they're showing me here. And you know, it's we can't control what other people do, okay, but we have control over us. And this is like, it's like, you know, something's not right, you know that it's not, you know that you should walk away, or you need to close the door on something, but for some reason there's this inner something with you that you keep going back and keep going back, and then wondering why you are still feeling the same. What I want to say to you here is, I feel that one of the reasons you keep going back here and keep, like I say, this is toxic to you, is because you don't feel as powerful as what you should be, okay? I feel a lot of your power has been taken away, and I feel energetically you aren't your best. Now, what I would say with this is, take time out. You need to take time out. You need to strengthen you, because you need to put defenses up, and you need to put boundaries up. But if you are not feeling strong enough, then you can't. You know, this is it. You haven't got the physical power to do it. All the talking in the world isn't gonna sort this out. There needs to be necessary changes. This is what it's saying. And you know, at the end of the day, it's like they're saying here, talk is cheap. So you'd be sitting down and talking to somebody, and they're saying the right words, but their actions are not coinciding with them, Cancer. And this is what is leaving you feeling empty. It's like you are constantly you're constantly trying to put into a situation. This is what I'm getting. You're putting a lot into a situation, but because you're not getting anything back. And it could even be to a point where you're like at a point of like maybe begging and compromising yourself within this, okay? All relationships take a little bit of compromise, but not compromising yourself. And this is what is coming in here, Cancer, as well. It's like somebody is trying to take from you. Now, I don't feel that this is monetary or anything like this, but this could be your self-respect. This could be your self-worth, and this could be your energy. It's like somebody sneaking off into the dark with this. And this is saying there needs to be an ending. Have been crawling along like this caterpillar, and it's time to be your butterfly. You are a very creative soul, and they're saying there's so many ideas and creativity within you that are just bursting to come out. It's like you need to find these wings of color. You can fly high, Cancer, but I don't feel around this situation, I don't feel it is allowing you the freedom that you need in order to reach your full potential. So this week, towards the end of the week, it's about you seeing what is real and what isn't real, where you have maybe covered over things, where you have maybe papered over cracks as well. It's about looking at we're in the Leo moon, and this is all about your wants and your desires. And this is telling you need to look at what you want for the future. Is what you've got now what you really, really want? And sorry, they're playing the Spice Girls in my head. I don't know why the Spice Girls, but this is it. And have a look at what you have been like sort of kidding yourself about as well as being kidded about. This is it. Yes, security is very important to you and you want this security, but the security you seem to be clinging to at the moment seems to have a false sense of security. And what this is doing is this is causing you worry and anxiety. That is not security. That is not security, Cancer. So what this is saying is, this week for some of you, bear in mind these are general readings, this won't be for everybody, but what it's saying this week, it's time to go it alone. This is it. You need some time by yourself to work out where you're going, what you really want. You're very wise. You've been through a lot here, but this is the time this week. It's for you to take control of your life, for you to get yourself in the sort of driving seat, for you to put your foot on the gas, and for you to actually stand up and say, no, this is not acceptable and I will not be prepared to put up with this. Now, bear in mind, when you do this, it's not going to be welcomed. It's not. So I'm seeing there could be the weekend, a lot of battles, a lot of arguments, a lot of stuff like that. But you are strong enough to withstand this, and you need to protect yourself at the moment. This is it. Protect your energy. And the best way, they're saying here, the best way for you to protect your energy is to stand there and shine brightly. You have such a wonderful, wonderful energy, Cancer, and that is your weapon, okay? You stand and be you, and you shine and you shine and you shine. And it's like, I can see, your light the light's just gone on there. I can see your light getting brighter and brighter and brighter. And this is when you are standing in your authenticity, when you're standing in your truth as well, So this is what's needed. You need to, rather than look at somebody else or some other situation to give you security for the future, you need to look about making your security. And I feel this is going it alone. You have the Midas touch, Cancer. You have a proven track record that you can get where you want to be. But at the moment, it's like it's been taken away from you. It's like you're not seeing it. It's like you're not seeing your own power. Now, I do feel that this has been a big lesson for you. I feel this has been going on for quite some time, but now they're saying it is time now for you to make this decision. Okay, you are going forward. You're not going back. You're having to make changes here. Like I say, there's good things with work. Throw yourself into work, because I really feel that is where it's gonna help you. Relationships, I feel there is ends. When something is over, it's over. Stop trying to fix something that is broken. You know, if you tap into your gut rather than into your ego head, you will know this. You know that whatever I'm saying here is nothing that you don't already know. Somebody has taken more than you have got to give, and you cannot keep looking back on this relationship with rose tinted eyes. Okay, you cannot do that. It's not what it once was, and you are not what you once were neither. So it's about you getting back to you and actually getting rid of anything that is in the way that is stopping you from being, this wonderful, creative, magnetic, intelligent, like shining star that you are. There's work to do this week, Cancer. This work is on you. You need to tell the truth to yourself. You need to tell the truth to others, and you need to leave something behind as well. This is time for you to go on an adventure. This adventure will bring you happiness, and I feel that this is like you are like a solo traveler. This is what they're showing me. Okay, so I hope that made sense to some of you. I'm going to pull the spirit card and just see what the spirit message is here and see what they have to say. Sorry about that. It didn't seem very pleasant, but it is. There's a good energy with this, and this is like, it's when you sort of stand back and stand in your power and put your superhero cape on. This is what you've got to do, Cancer. Honesty. Love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire, then speak your truth clearly. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when it's spoken from a place of love. And like I say, within this, I do feel there's the truth having to be spoken, but I do feel this is to yourself as well. And if you come from a love base, don't have hate. Hate is heavy, you don't want to carry that around. So this isn't about blaming the other person. This is actually you just taking control and responsibility for your life and actually saying, this is what I need, and I am going out in search of it. Okay, so I hope that made sense, Cancer. If anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. The link is below, and please let me know as well if this reading made sense. And also, it's all about spreading the love. So a good thing that we can do is if you think this reading will resonate with some of your friends or whatever, share it with them. Maybe share it with 3 people. That's it. And we spread the love around a little bit, because sometimes that person might not be here, but it's getting sent it. There was one once I got a reading, and somebody'd been sent it by accident from a random number, and they were saying sorry, that was it, and the reading really resonated with them. So, like I say, it's all about just paying it forward. Okay, so have an absolutely fabulous week. Stand tall, Cancer. You are fabulous. You know that. And just this is it. Stand in your truth, and the truth will get you everywhere. Okay, Satnam.